We're running our radiator hoses here. It's pretty unique because the radiator's in the back of this car. So this is our -20 radiator hose going through the tunnel here. The reason I'm setting them up now, I mean they got to be made eventually anyway, but we're going to have our tunnel going through here and we need to know what kind of clearance we got with all the hoses that we got to run through here. These hoses are pretty stiff, so, and this is representing our drive shaft here. So we're wanting to cut this console or the tunnel down so it's not quite so bulky looking. Maybe something like that. This drive shaft's never going to get any closer than that. It's probably not quite as much as we wanted. We're trying to lower it down to here, but it's going to be tough. Like I said, these hoses don't really bend that much. Not like a rubber line. So I get these two made up. And then our AC lines. And we have fuel lines running through here too. So get all that figured out. Oh, we're just getting our tunnel laid out here. These are the side pieces we're gonna have to arch up over the exhaust. Follow our line here, and then our tunnel will come up over. We gotta make a transition from the square stuff to this round. Probably come up like this. Just getting ready to connect the dots here. See what it looks like. Make another one of those. Yeah, just got to get these side pieces done, and I'm gonna have to wait on the rest of that until he gets the firewall finalized. But
primer all that shit, put that top piece back in and start welding it in. Then I can put it all back together after I have it primered and in. I can put it all back in the way it is.
yeah,
You know, so we keep going forward.
right.
So whenever you need it, let me know.
Yeah.
Then I cut, I don't know, oh, their hands are on them. I cut these pieces.
Yeah.
Just gotta shape them up and put them in.
I could do that too, you know.
This is how they come down.
Yeah.
It's not exactly flat through there, but I figure we can manipulate it.
Yeah.
Had the one on this side. Where it went. Got them both cut.
Yeah, I saw them the other last week.
Yeah.
There's only one.
Anyway, so that I was just treating that as part of the firewall, but if
Right.
you got to jump to that, you can.
Yeah.
But yeah, buddy. All right. A lot of pieces to this firewall.
So this is all getting final welded.
Yes, this piece is like the cowl box bottom. We radiused it. The wiper motor mounts here, and that's a little clearance for the wiper transmission. So all this will be part of the body, and then with that radius there is why the radius is in the top of the firewall. So then these three pieces become the firewall that weld to this along this edge. So we got it all ripped out. Have a little surface rust on here. I got to get rid of that. I got to weld this in, get rid of the surface rust and primer this. And then we will weld this piece into the body. Then the body is once again complete. And then I'll weld this piece to this and the body. And then I'll weld these side pieces to the firewall. And then they come all the way over and butt up to the fender. They won't weld to the fender, but they have a return flange on them. So they fit right along the fender, because you don't want to weld to the outside edge of the body. Because when it gets hot and cold, it expands and contracts. And if you have welds on your outer skins, it'll leave little pole dents in your bodywork. So the outer fender will just ride right alongside here. So it's like a closeout panel basically. And that panel goes right in there like that. And this panel goes across the top of all of it. Kind of confusing. A lot of pieces to make a firewall, but that's what we had to do. Get it all tidied up, welded together, grind all that away and get it flushed in, welded up. Be all right. The hard part is getting this piece in the car because it's all upside down, a lot of upside down and pain in the ass welds. Once we get past this, we'll be all right. Had to pull the motor, everything back out to make this stage of the build happen. Get this all in and welded. Then we'll have to put the motor and everything all back in to start doing engine bay metal. You know, on a twin turbo car, that's a lot of crap to take apart just to do a step of the build. But what you got to do, or something will hit, something will be in the way. Won't be what I call tongue and groove, because you'll think you'll have enough clearance and then you won't. You got to have it all right there, build everything nice all the way around, and then so to do that, there's a lot of steps of taking it all apart, putting it all back together, taking it all apart, putting it all back together. Just part of doing the build process. That's why some people say, you've been working on that all week, what'd you do? Like, took it apart and put it together, that's about it all week. But no, it's not really the case here. Take it all out, get all this shit welded up, put it all back together, put the motor all back in, and then it'll look like we didn't do anything. I just hope this thing doesn't get too out of whack and burden it all up.
There's gonna be a flange on the top. Is that what that is?
No. I mean, it is on this one side because we're moving the tunnel in a hair just so we can have more room for our gas pedal. That side we can't move in because of the hoses are running through there. So this side just needs a little bit of fill. There's already a flange on the firewall, so we're just going to step it over to the tunnel. So I got the pattern made for this. Now I can do that out of steel. I'm just trying to get an idea of what this flange size-wise is going to be. Shape I'm trying to get isn't exactly perfect anyway. Yeah, you're not gonna have like any kick panels.
No, so I said your brake pedal's almost gonna be in the doorway.
Right.
The dash is gonna have to come quite a ways out.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be into the door.
Right. That'll be cool.
Yeah, it'll be really cool. And I did steering column because it's gonna be at a drastic angle or a real level compared to a regular car.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to start looking for, design cues through Corvettes or McLarens because we're getting shorter.
All right, cool. Well, I'll mellow those corners out, and then the rest of it's good.
Yeah. Thank you. Well, I guess if there's no back seat, this could be all speakers.
Yeah.
Oh, no, this is an air intake.
No, that's the out. I mean.
Oh, that's the inside of the outside intake.
Yes.
So this is usable.
Yes.
It's probably going to have to be storage.
Well, I know we're definitely building, or you were building, a wall coming up here, angling into your package tray. So this will all be used. So there'll be a cavity here, which we're putting battery here and computer
and body
stuff.
control modules and
all that
control
stuff.
modules, an amplifier.
Yeah.
There goes my phone again, or is that Butch's?
Yeah. No.
This will be a fun project.
Oh yeah. Yep. All right. We'll call that a good meeting.
Thanks for watching. If you want to see more build videos like this, help us out by liking, commenting, and subscribing to our channel. And it's a little thing to do, but don't forget to turn on those notifications. If you want to buy merch, go to store.classiccarstudio.com. See you next time.